Hey guys, my name is Nikki. This is my new YouTube channel. I decided to do this channel because I am an animal rights activist, and I wanted to give myself another outlet to spread awareness about this subject. And it's really difficult to do that outside in the winter time, which is, yeah, it's pretty snowy out right now. So I'll just continue uploading videos about that stuff, and also some other things, maybe like some lifestyle videos. But yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of my YouTube channel, what the topics are going to be like. I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm 27, almost 28 years old. I am married to my husband Matthew, who is also a vegan animal rights activist. I have two daughters, Chloe, who's 4, which I'm sure you'll see them in the videos, and Willow, she is 2. I currently do not have a job. I actually just quit my job to be, a stay-at-home mom, focus on my kids and animals and other things that I just want to focus on. So I also foster through West Michigan Critter Haven. It's a nonprofit organization that focuses on rehoming small animals like rabbits, guinea pigs, mice, hamsters, stuff like that. So, and I also am a volunteer at a cat shelter locally. I grew up in a family where we ate a lot of healthy stuff. We always had fruits and veggies in the house. My mom is really big into like doing organic, and making her own food and stuff like that. She taps her own trees outside. She makes maple syrup. So I feel like I grew up around that environment mostly. So that kind of set the pace for my veganism. And I, always had this mindset that eating more plants was healthier. I didn't necessarily think about the animals at that point. I just knew that, animal products had a lot of fat in them. There's a lot of calories in them, a lot of cholesterol, stuff like that. So mainly when I, had my first child, I was eating a lot of just everything. I ate KFC, I ate Popeyes, I had McDonald's. I gained like 50 pounds when I had my first kid. So after she was born, this was back in 2013, so she was born, and then I had a lot of issues trying to get that weight off. And once I got engaged, I knew that I really just wanted to lose the weight. And so I started exercising more, I started eating healthier, and I kind of cut back on the meat and the dairy and stuff like that. So I kind of lost a little bit of weight doing that. And then I started doing more research, and I found out, actually through one of my friends at the time, because her mom was doing a raw food diet, which was just strictly raw food, which ultimately just happens to be vegan because you don't want to eat raw meat and stuff like that. So I started doing more research on the raw food diet, and that really interested me, so I started eating more raw foods and stuff like that. And then about like 3 or 4 months before my wedding, I went full raw vegan. So I was full raw vegan for about 3 months until I hit my wedding, and that, like, I felt pretty much at the top of my game. Like, I had never felt better than that. And I don't feel like I lost weight necessarily, but I did slim down a lot, if that makes sense. I didn't like lose pant sizes or anything like that, but I just felt thinner. I felt not as bloated all the time. I felt lighter and stuff like that. So that was my real dig into my first like vegan experience, I guess. And I had my wedding. After that, we kind of like went back to just like eating healthy, more like whole foods, and then we, you know, would incorporate meat and stuff like that. So that was pretty much how I was for about like 2015, like mid 2015 is when I really started researching veganism in general. And I was incorporating more vegan stuff into my meals. So what really hit me was when I started researching the dairy industry, and being a mom, I felt like that was really difficult to take for me, because I put myself in the shoes, so to speak, of a dairy cow, and how it must feel for her to get her calf taken away from her just days old. Over and over, that's her life. So I really struggled with that, and that was kind of what made me change my mindset from being healthy vegan to ethical vegan. I probably wouldn't have done that if I wasn't a mom. That, you know, being a mom really helped me understand that more. So I was pregnant at the time with my second child when I started researching veganism. So I was still a little leery about it, and I didn't want to make the switch while I was pregnant. So I made that my New Year's resolution, because my daughter was born January 8th. And I was like, you know, that's close enough to New Year's that I will just make that my resolution to go vegan, you know, stop eating dairy, meat, eggs, stuff like that, honey. Once my daughter was born, I really just focused on doing that. I did slip up here and there just because I, you know, didn't know, or like I accidentally bought something that had whey in it and I didn't know whey was a milk protein. I was still, you know, picking at things like, oh, just a piece of cheese here, you know, just a little, you know, piece of cheese here. And I remember my husband offering a piece of meat because he wasn't full vegan then. And his mom had made steak for his birthday dinner. And I slipped up and ate a piece of steak. And that was kind of my, you know, aha moment. Like I just was like, you know, I can't keep like just going back to it, because it's never going to change if I do that. So, and I felt guilty. I felt like flat out just guilty that I ate that stuff. A few weeks later, I ended up watching Earthlings. It sucked. But you know, I just decided from then on out that I was not going to be eating animal products anymore. So that was probably like June, I'm going to say. I don't have an exact date. June of 2016 is when I believe I decided like to fully go vegan. So that's pretty much my story about becoming vegan. I didn't really realize how much vegan food I was eating. Even like, you know, 2014, 2013, I was eating vegan meals. I guess that seed was planted somewhere down the road and I didn't know that. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And I just started, you know, getting into activism because I felt like I needed to do more. But, you know, that can be a different video. So this is basically just my introductory video. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy my channel. Thanks.